Hi guys, welcome. So today we're doing something which is going to be very difficult. Our goal here is to do essentially what would be a Pokémon Nuzlocke, but in Jade Cocoon. So we're going to only allow ourselves to capture a single minion in each forest. Netherworld forests are different forests, the dead spider forest is not. Distinct from the regular. And we're basically just going to see if we get lucky with what minions we find so that we can beat the game using just those minions. So, the first minion I run into in any given forest is the only minion I'm allowed to capture in that entire forest. If I kill it, then I kill it and I don't get a minion. If I die at any point, I lose the run, and if all of my minions end up dying, then I also lose the run. Any minion that dies throughout the playthrough has to be spun, or just can't be used again, basically. So, this might take a few tries to get. And by a few tries, I mean probably a lot, to be honest. It's not going to be very straightforward, to say the least, in my opinion. But without further ado, let's see if we can actually get this to work. Let me just check my timer's working. Cool, it is. Alright, let's get going. I will have to remember to run the script to randomize all the minions. I just need to wait for the memory to load in before I run it. Yeah, so all the minions are going to be random, because otherwise it would just be a regular any percent run, because your minions don't die in that, and you have the first encounters in the forest that you do are the minions you want anyway in the any percent run. So that's why we've randomized all the minions, so that doesn't happen. And we have to perhaps get quite creative, or possibly just very over-leveled with whatever minions we do encounter. So I'm going to run the script when we get into the first dream, like during that sequence. That'll give me enough time to run the sequence without interrupting. Anything? Nope, it still says 10 stone. I'll update that in a second. I'll do that during this as well. Let's just change that to Nuzlocke. Actually, let's do random Nuzlocke. That's truer.
He's run off, you know. It's all hearsay. It seems as if
Let's randomize these memory addresses.
His son is still so young. Too young to become a cocoon master.
Alright, there we go.
Run away,
I have no idea what minions we're going to encounter, but let's find out. I didn't have too much time to prepare for this because I've been busy writing another script for a Jade Cocoon 2 run, which will be more casual, but I wanted it to be in a particular way, so I've been also learning the memory address map for that, basically, for the particular things I need. I found the complete edition codes to be very useful in terms of finding some aspects, but it's complete enough to, you know, fix the game, complete the game, as it were. In terms of the aspects that were never added, or controlling your own minions, which isn't particularly relevant to me. But I wanted to manipulate some other aspects which aren't included as part of those codes, so I've had to map the memory myself to a certain extent to achieve that. I actually remembered to give myself some water this time, because I realised after that 4 hours of the Flesh to Stone run, my throat was killing me. Constantly talking for that long. So obviously the start's going to be the same as it always is. And of course we are in the usual fuchsia instead of the regular blue because I have modified the memory of the game to do this, or to make this possible. So these dream deaths are the only deaths we are allowed. If we die at any point throughout the main run, we just have to start again. So we are going to need to level our minions a fair bit, I think. Not excessively so, but, well, to be fair, maybe excessively so. It really depends on what minions we get. I'm going to attempt to dodge minions that aren't any good for us. But most of them can be used where they're workable. But something, for example, that isn't is a Nushab or a Scroot. They are useless in terms of actually beating the game with them because their only attack is poison that does nothing to a boss, and regular attacks are hopeless. So that's just a worthless minion from our perspective. But because we don't want to run from fights, if we can escape, if we don't have to. If we have to fight something, we don't want to run away. Purely because if it's late game, they might just one-shot, two-shot Levant and the run dies. So we're going to try and take those fights. But really what I'd like is something like a Tearpara. A Spiral, while I usually would like a Spiral, I think in this kind of run I wouldn't. Just because to make a Spiral good, you need to give it an elemental attack. It only has rend wings, which is kind of useless. Well, obviously their attack stat's amazing. Well, they need an ability. We are allowed to merge our minions, but I only get 7 captures throughout the entire run anyway. I really ought to learn to play on the NTSC version instead of the PAL one. This intro would be so much faster. We're getting there though. Yeah, so I can capture Beetle, Forest, Dragonfly, Spider, Moth, Dark, Beetle, Dark, Dragonfly, Dark, Spider. 7 in total. But I must capture, well, not that I must capture, but I'm only allowed to capture the first minion I encounter. Perhaps. Yeah, there's a relatively long list of minions that we don't want to capture, or we don't want to be our first encounter. Most of them aren't too bad to dodge. Most of them. But some of them are actually really quite difficult to dodge. So I'm hoping that my mental state about what minions are good hasn't been poisoned at all by the Flesh to Stone run, because that was hell. How far did we get through that before I even got a decent magical minion? Given that all the physical ones sucked due to Flesh to Stone. We got a, I can't even remember. Well, it was only a couple days ago and I can't remember what we even used. We used Amasags and Swabs, didn't we? Got Swav in Spider Forest.
According to tradition, I hereby proclaim your coming of age. Your pride from this day forward,
Yeah, I won't mind if we are forced to use a magic minion here, but I would rather not, just because they're typically weaker in terms of damage output and being killed more easily. I don't think we've had a run where we've used magic minions without at least one of them dying. Typically, though, the deaths occur during Kashidra's fight. Thankfully, bosses have no potential for critical hits, so their damage output is very predictable. Which I suppose is the largely upsetting thing when you're doing a Pokémon Nuzlocke, of course. When you're like, oh, my Pokemon should live this, and then it gets critical hit and dies. And you just have to deal with it. That can happen with regular minions here, but it's not so much the issue. I'm more worried that Levant or my minion is going to critical hit something we want to capture and kill it, and we won't have any options. Alright. So this is the last death we're allowed. Just because cinematic death. I didn't really have to add the condition that if Levant dies, the run ends, but it felt right. Same with not allowing Arpatron to be captured. That just seems in the correct spirit when you're doing a random Nuzlocke. Right, there we go, we have died. Success at dying. Yeah, I've got a couple more things I still need to do for my Jade Cocoon 2 script. For that set of runs, or run I suppose. The game's so long I won't be able to do it in a single sitting. But the first few key parts are there. I may have to settle for something a bit more simplistic in terms of execution, depending on if I can find the memory. Or the right memory locations to fully realize what I want it to do. I don't know how many attempts this is going to take, either. That's the other thing. I think I'll keep doing attempts until we hit 5 hours, if it takes that long. In which case, we'll put it down and continue attempts tomorrow. But I'd like to think it won't take that long for me to do this. I am relying on luck, of course, with regards to which minions I can capture versus my ability to dodge them. You know, there's less luck involved if I don't suck at dodging, but there are sometimes you get a minion that just spawns in a spot where it's not possible to dodge it. We are most certainly going to be using sleep spores though, to try and help us get access to better minions. But that only really comes into play one time before Dark Forests, and then you can buy a lot to help with the latter half. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, I was just checking that I had turned off the element switching. That's pretty decent. That's pretty good. The only problem is he's wind attack plus power. But it's got a good attack stat, that's the thing. So wind attack plus power means fewer attacks out of it. I'm just gonna walk past it. I want to see what the minions in the next few screens are, because we have one choice here. That's why I'm walking so slowly, it's just making sure I don't... Oh, god damn it. I made a mistake. Okay, got further this way. If I walk slowly, he can't see me. Am I going to be able to go around him this way? That's the danger of using an analog stick. Well, just go to the side. Okay. I messed up there. Try going around this way, I think. Okay, cool. Whew. Very strange, but I just want to see what minions are actually around here. I'm a little bit nervous that like the one in front of us right now could be like a timer or something, which is really hard to run away from. Okay, useless. Locked in here. We probably will go back to capture that minion, really. Don't want to go too far forward. Don't know what it is. It's over there. Okay. Yeah, we'll take wind attack plus power. We'll take that minion. And then I'll, I guess I'll wrong warp out here, and then. I have to look, right? I can't just capture the first thing I encounter and then go, yeah, let's go for it. Of course, I do have to defeat this guy in single combat. Skip Baron. But it should be fine. He'll have enough mana to do an attack once. Maybe. If even that. The downside, of course, well, we do half his health, that's going to be annoying. Okay, I think we just start trying to capture it now. I don't want to risk killing it. There is too much at stake. There's simply too much at stake. If I kill it, or fail to capture it, then I just won't have a minion from this forest. And our next earliest capture is level 3 at least. That's the other thing we have to account for. As we go forwards, it becomes harder to capture the minions because of the level difference between us and them. So that can be an issue. So I'm just doing that. I'm just gonna warp to the end for the sake of getting the next sequence going, but I'm immediately going to equip that one minion. And I'm gonna come back to level it because I can't risk it dying against anything. It's too dangerous. I don't want to be levels behind, basically. want to get 3 minions as soon as possible. And make sure all of them stay up to date on levels so that I'm not killed by something out of nowhere. We can use seal items, but I did allow myself to do that. It's, you know, it's a regular run basically, aside from the Nuzlocke restrictions and random minions. But the challenge isn't in, can you kill every boss under this constraint kind of thing, or whatever it is, which I do with the other ones where I normally ban the seals. So we have a Scabaron, which is pretty good. Windstap plus power isn't the best though. I meant to go to the top. So Windstap plus power is got a 1.4 times, no, 1.2 times multiplier, and then is an elemental attack. Yeah, I'll pick up 4 metal. Oops. Well, the reason why I want to go back to the Beetle Forest is there's a Shablik that we can pick up. So I'm going to go straight back there, but I'm now going to probably go find that... I saw that there was an Earth minion where the Mukambus normally spawn, and that's going to make a very good opponent to level up on, basically. I can level up on this Scabaron, actually. I'll use Levant to hit it a couple times, then send in our Scabaron, because I don't want to use too much of its own health. Levant's health here is more sacrificial, more easily sacrificed, I should say. Yeah, Scabaron is a very good minion to get early on. It's got a high attack stat growth. Okay, now I'll switch to the... We recover a quarter of our health each round. I'm not going to use my attack. Oh, I don't actually have enough mana to. So that Scabaron can't use its wind factor's power. Neither of us have enough mana. Our max mana is not sufficient. Yeah, highly mana inefficient to have the plus power, which is why I was a bit more hesitant to pick it up. There may have been a better minion further on in here, which we'll now see, potentially. I don't think back attacks actually do anything to him. I don't know why I bothered doing that. So Turgrep also has plus power, I believe. Actually, it might not. I don't know if it does or doesn't. I feel like it might not, but it's Earth anyway. And they're slow, more importantly. Okay, yeah, it's not plus power because it wouldn't have enough mana to do that otherwise. Oh, it feels so good to be able to actually attack something and that attack land. So there should be 3 in here. I'm going to pick up the Shablicker as well from the next room. I could have potentially fought both those bulls instead of coming this way. Because there'll be 2 of those as well. But I thought the Turgrips would be easier. Well, to be fair, they're also kind of weak. A Turgrip, by the way, if I didn't see this Scabaron, a Turgrip would have been a fairly good choice as well. While they are slow, they have an elemental attack that's useful. At least in the sense that it's decent against the Delphinel. Just because the arena's element of this one. I believe they are magically defensive Turgrips. I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the case. I think they also have a fairly decent crit rate. There we go, we have enough mana on our minion to actually use its ability now. So, there'll be a replacement for a Mardreg. Yeah, we will go this way because I want to pick up this Shablicker. Yeah, Skull would have been an easier opponent. We're not about those sensible... Well, we should be about the sensible decisions, but I'm not. Yeah, so it's gonna change to Deva Ulvi. I believe it's the name of that. And it's gonna hit us once, it'll do basically nothing. I'm attempting to drain our mana, actually. Oh, sorry, destroy our mana. Which does more damage than drain mana, but obviously you don't steal it. Okay, once we've got to level 4, I will go to the next forest. Just because level 4 will give us enough to, that'll be enough to mostly deal with everything there. Unless it's a fire minion, that's the thing I'm worried about. What? Oh, it's a Scabaron again. I was like, I can't see what it is. So it looks like it's all both directions. I may as well go this way. We can fight Louis. I mean, why not, really? I think Louis' level 1 though. So it doesn't exactly do anything for your XP to my knowledge. I am going to be so hesitant about using the Scabaron's mana just because it gets 1 attack out from it, and then you're out of mana for the next 4 fights. Presently, at least. It's not like, if we just had regular wind attack, you'd use 10 mana, I'd regain 5, I use 10 mana, I regain 5, then I use 10 mana, and then I'm out of mana. So, you know, 1 fight, and then I can do it again. Oh, to be fair, we can't fight Louis because we already fought Chorus. He's mad. Marinary Turgrip. Okay, I'll use the wind attack on the Turgrip here for the sake of speed. That's absolutely 100% overkill. I'm pleased we're opening with a Scabaron. That should be enough for level 4. Oh, wait. Was that oil? Attack up? Yeah, I'll put attack up on the Scaparan. It's only like +1, but that's very relevant when we can't merge minions. Oh, it was Turungas? Turunga? Not really an issue. Oh, these guys, that's fine. That's me being daft. Oh, it's Circatas. Oh yeah, of course, you can tell by the blue. Ids and Circatas have a very similar texture. It's like very slightly different, to be fair. These guys would have potentially been good as well. I'm not preferential to them purely because they have a 25 mana spell only. Oh, sorry, a 25. Yeah, it's 25. I just want the key here. You don't normally pick up that key, but it's an extra bit of money for us. Granted, I will be selling. Normally, I hold on to the Tendai when I'm doing these runs that we get from the Moth Forest, and in a % run you don't, because it's money and your minions aren't supposed to die anyway. So it's just extra money. So let's go to the Dragonfly Forest now. There was one more minion we didn't see that could spawn in this forest. That's not a problem, really. So I must be mindful that I must once again capture the first minion I encounter, or I physically get into a fight with. So the first minion here though is actually very hard to dodge, so I'm probably just gonna have to take whatever we see. Really? Oh, okay, that's possibly the one minion that is dodgeable. I don't know how big his hitbox is. Oh god. Okay, they're crowding me here. Go around this one. I want to pull that one at the back. No, I want you to stand there. I want closer. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. And now we go past. I know his hitbox doesn't move while he's spinning, but like when his fist gets close to me, I'm like, oh, if I ran quickly. Okay, that was a bit tricky. That's fine. What have we got here? There's another one of him. That is... Is that? Are you kidding me? Yes! Yes, I will have one of those. Okay, it's level 4, so it's replacing the Heralco, which I kind of expected, but... Gee, okay. This reminds me of when we first did the random run. Where the MVPs were a Tur Parrot and a Dog Parrot. Obvious problem though is that we still have to actually defeat the Dog Parrot in single combat. Which is going to come down largely to whether or not it blocks our attacks or not, basically. Because it's a Dog Parrot, so they do that a lot. They don't have much defense, so we only need to hit it 2 more times. Scaparan's not looking too healthy either. Jesus, okay, that's what I was worried about. We're also capture level 2 here. Against the Scaparan. Also the Dog Parrot. So we've got capture level disadvantage. no, no, no. You get it. You get in the cocoon. I'd have preferred level 3 for the obvious advantages that that brings. But that's actually very good for us as well. That's very good. That's two very good minions very early on. Sparrow could do with a bit more than he's got. So we have a level 4 minion. Sorry, 2 level 4 minions. Taking on one of those guys would be quite useful. Just to get high level. Okay. They're fire. That'll be a pain. They're gonna be guarding the seal box as well. Oh, in pairs. Gonna be guard. Okay, I'm gonna go grab. I'm gonna go heal up, and I'm gonna get the dog power in here. They're in pairs, and our minion is air, and Levant won't be able to win that fight if he dies. So let's be safe and sensible, and actually get our second minion equipped. So we have water and air, the two elements that we actually care about, which is excellent. I should have pressed square, but my brain did not engage. But they both have abilities that require 20 mana. And that's a pain. And because of the type of minions that they are, they're not minions. They're going to... My god. There we go. Because of the type of minions that they are, they're not going to get much mana throughout the entire run. We're probably only going to have 2 attacks on them by the, like, maybe 3 at a real put. Well, actually, we should have 3. What am I on about? We should have 3 attacks on them per boss by the end of the game. So 6 attacks against Kashidra. Yeah, I'm fine just fighting these guys now. Baron could do with the levels. Do I fight Poacher for EXP purposes? Not really necessary, to be honest. I was going to poison us. I am just going to use regular attacks to kill it, then I'm probably going to use our one attack with mana to take out the other one. I should get a double turn here, really. Yes, I was going to say. These guys are very tanky, but again, not very fast. Take a lot of damage though on account of the poison. We will do, by the way, an always poisoned run. Oh, we're actually very lucky. I'm kind of nervous now. If he'd blocked. I wasn't nervous if he didn't block, but well, I say that. It's kind of beyond the point. If he did block, the minion was dead. That was a foregone conclusion at that stage. So Wind Attack plus power here, it'll probably one-shot. I would expect it to. It's Wind Attack plus power against an Earth minion. Unless he blocked it, of course. There you go. If that crits at any point against, say, Delphina, that's going to do crazy amounts of damage. Yeah, so we're going to have to... Dogpara's got some fights he's going to have to take. Doesn't have very much defense, unsurprisingly. power family don't. They're all very weak defensively, aside from their evasion. Which, to be fair, is very high. Giving a para minion something like Flesh to Stone is a very easy way to get through the corridor. I don't consider it to be optimal to get through it, but it's effective, I'll give them that. Or add... what's the... okay, I don't know what it is. I don't know the name of it, but it's the spell which does the same thing. Because that hits all enemies at once. The problem is you don't get any XP when a minion dies to Flesh to Stone, that's the problem. Which is why I don't consider it to be optimal. Thus, your dog power probably isn't going to die to anything, even if it's got elemental advantage against it. Granted, you wouldn't do that with the dog power, you do it with tear power. Or tear power, rather. For obvious reason. So this dog power is going to be a bit over-leveled. It's going to have to take on 2 sets of these. Well, I say over-leveled, it's going to be the normal level. But to fight Kikinak, you need level 5s basically, a good amount. Level 4s as well can do it, to be honest. Okay. Yes, they're in pairs, and we don't have enough mana to kill them both. Or rather, sorry, we don't have enough mana to use the ability to kill one of them. So we're probably going to have to tank their fire magic, of which they should be able to do it 3 times each, which is kind of a lot, but it doesn't do any real damage to us anyway. Elemental advantage is such a huge thing in this game. I don't think there's no elemental advantage. 2 though. Then they tried to split the different elements into particular roles. Though the roles they give you aren't really the roles that you actually use them for. Well, I guess they are if you use them in like a casual way, but generally speaking, if you're trying to do 100% completion, really use, I believe you use, wind's supposed to be like status ailments, earth's supposed to be defensive, water's supposed to be healing, and fire's the damage. But in practice it's more wind is debuffs and earth is buffs, but like that's essentially the same thing in the way the game works. Buffing yourself, because it always affects all of your minions, it's very much so the same as just debuffing your opponent, because it affects all their minions. When you're doing like reduced defense or whatever, it's basically the same either way. I'm actually gonna switch to the Baron. Let's equip the Silver Crown, just so I don't forget and do it early. So I would like to kill Kikinak with one of my minions, really. I have the seals, I have the Silver Crown, so I can forego doing it that way. Your dog power can one-shot one of these. If a dog parachute kills them both, then that'll be level 7 for it. It's probably excessive that one. Yeah, if he uses fire magic, we're gonna be just fine. If we use that shab liquor we picked up, it'll be to forest on this dog power now. And we'll see if we can get Skabaran the kill on Kikinak. Yeah, we've been pretty lucky with our first 2 forests, I'd say. If we get one more capable minion, then I think we're basically set, you know, discounting something going terribly wrong. Let's see if we can wrong walk. That might be a little early. I feel like it is, but in fact I'm almost certain it is. It's not! I'm always wrong! I'm always wrong. Okay, let me just... I didn't actually check that. Yeah, we're fine. We'll be fine. I have seals anyway. If we need to fall back onto them, I can do that. My minions are fast, so Kikinak shouldn't be getting double turns on them. For the sake of safety again, I don't really want to use the seals, because Levant can die to Kikinak, and I'd like the EXP. So we're going to have the dog power smack him around, and then probably finish him off with the Skabaran. I was kind of hoping for a critical hit. Oh, it actually does a fair bit. I'd appreciate like a block or something, dog power. Double turn or block, I'd appreciate either. Either works. Thank you. There you go, that should secure enough damage for us to now switch into Skabaran to finish him off. There we go, nice and clean. A great walnut for us. Alright, this is going very well so far. Alright, gotta talk to Garai about the Calabash powder and then we can go straight back in. So Spider Forest is nothing too difficult. We can basically just walk straight to the end, but we do want to see what minion we can encounter here, or minions. Since we only get one anyway, and we do need a third still. I'd rather a magic minion now, because the attack stat that we lose out on from capturing a level 6 is kind of big. Oh, not you. Okay, we're gonna sleep spore, I don't want that. I just don't. Absolutely useless to have that minion. Okay, that's a magic minion. It's Earth, though. I'm sorry, Scrooge. As much as I like your aesthetic, you're oh, that's even worse. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, okay. I'm gonna walk to the back side of this forest. We may just have to not. Well, we'll pick up something from here, but it may not be anything that's that good. Oh, that's early. Give me a sec. Don't really want to mess up this because it's using essentially charges of our sleep spores, so that Scroot's gonna wake up again. But I'm doing it early. But more importantly, when we get to the other side, we'll think we missed there actually. But oh yeah, that's so early. That's good. We'll take it. We will absolutely take that. Aragifrade. Or Ragifrade? Yeah, I'll take a Ragifrade. Oh yeah, I forgot he'll be high level. Probably should have thought about that. So he's gonna have probably 3 water attacks in him. Yeah, I kind of wanna block that damage. Thankfully the AI seems fairly simple for him. We use Claw Powder. 4 attack plus powder. There you go, that'll catch us up a little bit. That does so much damage. Okay. How much do his regular attacks do? That's the question. These now should be out of those. 60. I hit it to get it low, but we may have to heal a few times here. 25 per hit, okay. I have to low because of the difference in our level to it. I'm gonna give a go at capturing it here. No, it's getting out. I'm just terrified of double turns or critical hits. This is my glaring powder, I don't want to keep that. You probably get 2 more hits on it. Heal up again, then try to start capturing again. Oh, I did 6. I don't think it will ever get a double turn on us. I'd like to think not, at least. I'm actually sweating profusely from the worry of this. Just knowing I'd have to reset the run if I died. And it's not like the standard structure like the any % run. Oh, he does get a double. Jesus Christ, okay. I'm gonna heal again. He does get double turns on us. Yeah, I forgot back here they're level 8. The ones at the front of the forest are level 6. Like that Scrooge, that would have been absolutely worthless for us. He's Ragifrade. No, it's... no. It's getting out. I'm now aware that it does get double turns on us, which is more than a little terrifying. If it ever gets a double turn on us, we die. But I've got it weak enough now that I should be able to, if need be, I can just kill it. And then we just take the L and don't have a minion from this forest. Getting out again. That's our last. Well, our regular Mugwort gives us 50, but it means we'd have to be healed, capture, etc., etc. Over and over again. So I'm going to regular attack it one more time. And then I'm going to use one of these Mugworts, because this double attack is somewhere coming up. And I wasn't exactly counting, so I wasn't expecting it. And I don't want to be caught unawares by that. It's on 1 health. Get in the goddamn cocoon. Okay, we live to fight another day. And we are going back. We are going back to Mabu to get some healing. We just used every recovery item we had. I'm very glad we picked up 4 meta Mugworts for that. So okay, we have 2 water minions and 1 air minion. But our latest minion is actually going to be, even though it's a hard fight for us to capture it because of the level difference and our capture level difference especially. Oh, also we're gonna talk to Mabu. We're gonna be nice to her in this run. So yeah, it'll be the weakest one that we have in the long run because its attack stat won't be buffed up as much. It won't be as beefy. See, it's got 30 attack and it's level 8, where we have a 35 and 31 respectively already on our weaker minions. And that's going to be a continuing trend. But this is going to make the Tuturus fight easier at least. It will make the Kashidra fight harder though. Generally speaking, you want to, if you're going to like extend the duration of the Kashidra fight because you don't have the damage output, you want 2 air and 1 water. That optimizes your odds of killing Kashidra in less time. The less time you give Kashidra, the better. There we go. She's got all her feelings out now. Will we use that Nagi Belt? Probably not. Actually, maybe we do, it heals it. Maybe we do put on. Well, no, because it comes to the cost of our magic defense presently. Then again, do we need magic defense? On Levant? I don't think we do. I think we do. I do think we do stick on the Nagi Belt just to be, for now at least. We won't for much longer. But okay, we need to get some levels on our minion. We don't have to worry about our first capture anymore. Let's get our minions to not be terrible. There's this Squoot. It's a nice level 7. I can probably just beat it to death with the dog power. I'm just aware that our next fight will be in the Moth Forest against a level 10. And that's the thing that we have to capture, a level 10. Which is less ideal. Yeah, water attack, we crit. Thank you, I appreciate that. to be fair, now we do have the Radifraid has water attack plus nothing, which means it'll be a good switch in for the dog power versus the turret. I have a lot of longevity. It's got a higher defense stat as well, but its attack and speed is just not going to be comparable. They just won't be terrible. Dog powers do need high speed though to get an edge against most minions. If they don't get extra turns, their defensive stat normally actually hampers them more than health. Or rather their lack of defense. You can see that's absolutely in the ground. Yeah, I don't want another close capture like that. I would like to be able to capture a level 10, say, in the next forest. Where we're only 2 capture. Instead of 4 capture levels down, just 2, please. We almost need to capture in every forest, because if we miss one, then capturing the next forest becomes way harder. Yeah, Dragaran is a very nice and easy kill. Very pleasant. Down on the squid. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Dragaran can take. So I guess they're level 7, not level 6, but I don't really pay attention. You don't normally fight. Well, I do fight them a lot due to the champions. But one does not normally in a speedrun setting. Fight any minions in this forest, you just go straight to the end. Yeah, this is significantly more one-sided than the Spooked versus Dog Parrot. We did capture Scabaran at level 1, of course, which gives him the best attack stat buff in terms of raised from low level. Which is pretty handy for us, given that we're going to have to fight Delphi now with the Scabaran. Yeah, we also can't capture the minion, because we've captured a minion from this forest now, we can't capture a minion from the dead spider forest. That is now off the table. That should be alright. I may as well pick up the weapon there. I'm right next to it, I may as well. Will we use it? No. Alright, let's run warp again. Oh, Scoot's back. Want some more. Well, Dog Parrot could use with being level 8, to be fair. So why not? As much as I love the plus critical modifier because of the much higher critical hit rate, it really hurts when you don't get it. Like, if it doesn't critical hit, then you just feel bad. There's the extra 10 mana for 0 extra damage. And compare that to plus power, which is always plus 20% damage. And then if that crits, that's way more damage. Plus critical. There we go. 3 level 8s should be able to take down any minion we fight in the Moth Forest. That's early. Appreciate if I'd stop doing that. That's also early. Oh. Levant did a bit of... It would have failed had we wrong walked, I think, but Levant did a bit of momentum behind him still. There we go. I actually feel good about that one. I was like, this is where the game proves me wrong. Just to spite me. So, do we bother fighting any of the ones here? Get level 9 from one of these guys, but I don't think we bother because I think we're now in. No, they're not necessarily. No, they're in pairs in the next room. These guys aren't. What's the value? One level 9 minion. Yeah, it's probably worth it, isn't it? Especially because in the next room there are going to be more minions. We may need to fight them as well. Depending on what they are, I'm not comfortable trying to run away from them. Bart's not exactly a durable guy. I probably should still be blocking really, rather than tanking the tits, because it's going to be a lot of damage. Yeah, I should block. It's only got one more in it, but it's probably worth it to block it still. I'm just going to block one more time so I can use my magic attack, sorry, my skill one more time. There we go. I'm aware that this does mean this minion won't have enough health or whatever to find the next room, but that's fine. I meant to be sneaky. Alright, that's probably back to sleep. Yeah, he is. Probably could have just ran past him, but when you can be sure, you may as well make sure. What's in here then? They're gonna be in pairs, that's the dangerous thing. Whatever they are. Oh. Oh. That's scary. That is actually very scary. I can't remember. That's not a separate screen, is it? They can come over here. Yeah, they can. Okay, I need to reload the screen. That is scary. So they have Wind tapped as power, guys. I think we're gonna have to try and run. They're level 8 each, which isn't the end of the world. They don't have enough mana to do it very often, but it's a lot of damage. Oh, that's very scary. You can only do it once. Oh, they have so much attack. Okay. I think my best odds here is actually just relying on the fact that they have very low speed. But that may mean that the dog para has the best odds of blocking their attacks. If they don't bother using their attack because we're water in their air, that's absolutely okay by me. But I'm kind of hoping for some extra turns because we're not going to do very much damage to them. They're going to take our HP away from us way faster than we take theirs. Once one of them's down, it's going to be way easier. I will no longer be worried once one of them is dead. But I am going to have to be aware because there will be most likely a second fight against... Well, by most likely I mean there will be a second fight against these guys again on the other screen. And we are somewhat relying on RNG here. We will have a bit more health from the level up from this. I think I switched to the new level 8 we acquired at this stage. Scabaron's going to get a bit of health back and mana back, which will help next fight. But I kind of want to use the dog power again. And I will use all of this Ragifraid's mana. Ragifraid's mana rather to do increased damage to this mode. And yeah, okay, Ragifraid also gets extra turns, that's good. That should mean all of my minions do. Because I think this one's my slowest. Not the most exciting of fights, let's be real. But it's all we can do. There we go, that's one dead. So that's one level up for both of them. Oh, Dog Power, I wanted you to have 20 mana. Okay, Ragifraid's got a bit more attack now. Jesus, that guy's got a lot. The Scabaron's got a lot of attack already. I was kind of hoping for him to have his mana back already though. I don't want Levant to not be on max health, because I don't know how much... I don't know the level of damage that will be dealt by these guys if they... I'm going to try and run, of course, but if they use wind attack plus power, I don't know how much damage I take. Okay, cool. This is way more cautious than an 80% run, just because an 80% run is always everything or nothing, right? You have to go for the most effective strat or strategy every time, pretty much, and failing that, you're gonna fall behind. The only kind you really can get away with is the Mardrag, rather than going for the strawaway capture, because it's just frustrating to constantly grind that out to try and get an early Mardrag. But I can't. But it's the same every time. I can't guarantee that if I have to restart this that I get the same minions, because I re-randomize them. Right? I'm not gonna just get the same minions. I have no idea what I'll get, and I've got a pretty good run going. So I don't want to have to start again from trying to run away with Levant and just dying. All my minions are allowed to die except Levant, but I don't really want any of my minions to die, because physical minions become very bad later on. Like, as far as late game captures, you want magic, and early game captures, you want physical. Magic doesn't care about what level you acquired them at, but physical stat does. Physical stat cares quite a lot. I forgot to talk to her, didn't I? I'm coming back, Marvel. I need to gain health. I think she's still here. Yeah. Yeah, heal me. Completely forgot. Too busy talking, not enough actually paying attention to what I'm doing. Alright, there we go. Don't spawn inside the room, you spawn outside the... I was running as if I was in this room. Ah, Jesus. My control's all out of whack. that a heartbeat that's in the... I've never consciously noticed that before, but there's a heartbeat in the background of this piece of music. That's a very nice touch. Vaguely reminds me of the, very vaguely of the Jade Cocoon, but I can't level up my minions run just because every boss fight ended with me having to punch the boss to death with Levant. Wasn't in the original rule set, but we did it anyway. We always just, you know, don't use... If a minion levels up, don't use it. But, you know, spin it, much the same with if a minion dies here, it goes away. But we ended up not needing to do that, no minion ever gained level, and Levant killed every boss with his dagger. I really enjoyed that run, actually. That was very funny to me. It was a nice challenge. Some of these challenges I've done just... Well, they've all been pretty good, to be fair, for the most part. It's just the last one that was painful. It was entertaining in how painful it was, but it was painful. I appreciate how difficult I made that for myself. Whereas this one isn't necessarily... This one's not necessarily as hard, given that the other one was also random minions, but it just depends on what minions you get, really, doesn't it? What was that? Cat scarb. If I see a magical minion, I should probably switch out of them. Oh, it's you again. Why are you here? Don't want you. I love you as a minion, generally speaking, but you're just not usable in this context. What's this? Okay. That's a... It's got magic. There's only 3 minion types in the Moth Forest, if I remember right. There's not very many. Dongle, eh? Runga? Yeah, there's only 3 minion spawns in this forest, so we've seen them all. So it's just a matter of which one we want. I think we want the one in here. There'll be one in here. It'll be easy to get a hold of. Another air minion, basically. Skash. Not a very nice name, is it? He's not very good, but he has wind regular attack and wind magic. Which is better than nothing. Not very good magic. And being level 10, it's just all round not very strong. In terms of, we'll lose out on lots of attack stat as well, so... To be fair, if none of our minions die from this point onwards, then it won't matter anyway. Right, because we're not going to use any other minions. These guys are now, ones we capture now are backups. Since we haven't had any deaths so far. I probably should have not used the... I probably should not have used the Scabaran to weaken this guy, because we actually need the Scabaran to fight Poacher. Oh, to be fair, we'll fight we'll fight the other one, and we'll weaken that with one of the other minions to finish off the Scabaran to level him up, and then that'll heal him. Probably enough, because the Skash doesn't do massive amounts of damage. Yeah, we want to be level 10 for... We don't need to be any higher than level 10, but we want to be level 10. I'm just treating this Scabaran as if I got a Mardrag, basically. And this dog parrot is my Arpatron. Except, you know, without guaranteed encounters at particular minions, particular spots, blah blah blah. Then strategies don't really apply, especially when you have to run away from things that you don't normally have to do. I don't want you to kill it, dog parrot. I want you to weaken it. You're gonna get the kill on the Poacher. That's what you're getting. Unless you insist on killing the Skash with your critical hits. Jesus. Is there another cutscene scene? Yes, there is. I need to get some more water. I've been talking for an hour and a half and my throat wasn't great before anyway. Anyway. So I'll grab water when the Temple of Kemiel what's it called? Sequence starts. Jesus, 40 attack level. I mean, it's not astronomically high in respect to what you can do with your own minions. It's kind of high for a minion you just grabbed from the forest. At level 10. Come over here. I want to get you out of the way so I can pull the other one out. Basically. I should go to, like, chilling. There we go. And now there should be one here, which is going to chase me. Come on. The bird's coming. There we go, that's what I wanted. Most of these haven't been too bad to dodge. Screw it in the Spider Forest. I didn't know if we were going to be able to get that. And obviously you couldn't dodge the Mojas. That was just not possible. Let's have a quick look at our... Yeah, we should be fine. We may get this on our first try, that'll be pretty sweet. Sound effect went wrong there. Scabaran, we'll literally do this as a play-by-play of standard strategy. Well, I say that we can't because we don't have 40 mana on our Scabaran. So we can't use our wind attack twice on Gigo to kill it. So I guess we won't do that, but we'll do it similarly. We'll do it in a similar way to how you would if it was a Mardrake we had. To be fair, that's going to be pretty similar. So we're going to headbutt the Gigo. Oh, it's going to take 3 hits on the regular attack, that's going to be sad. How much faster than us is Gigo? And by that I mean, is it faster than us? I was going to block to get the mana back, but I don't know if I have the health. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I probably should have just blocked, then second attack with power on the... Second plus power on the Giga to finish it off faster. Just wasn't necessary to do it the way I've done it. I'm gonna block with the dog power though. Get the mana back and do it again. And that should be enough to kill... Well, if it crits, it'll be enough to kill Poacher. It might not if it doesn't. There you go. That was nice and straightforward. We're gonna have to go around that squoot again, of course. I'm gonna get off this, well, no, there's no point getting off the Narky Belt now. We're gonna equip the Sparrow's Ruff in a second, so there's no point changing in the meantime. So, Dark Spider Forest, the first minion's level 11, we have a level 11. We in fact have 2 of them, so we can deal with that. We can just go straight to the end now. We will have Sleep Spores. The highest level you can encounter there, I believe, is 12. So it's just a non-issue, I think. Oh yeah, Squoot. You guys really want to be on the team. I'm going to do everything I can fight the Squoot, I just don't want to. If I see another Squoot, by the way, do I capture it just because they insist on being in the video? Or in the stream? Not in this forest, obviously, because I knew there would be Squoots there. I mean, if I go into the Dark Spider Forest and there is another Squoot, or the dark, in one of the Dark Forests, there's just more Squoots. I obviously can't unless they're the first thing I see, really, or that I encounter one and haven't caught anything yet. But I almost feel obligated to catch one. They've been in 2 different forests now. I still think my randomizer isn't great at being truly random, even though I reset the seed, or sorry, I don't reset the seed, I generate a new seed for every individual minion that it's going to assign. But it never seems to matter. I tend to see the same minion at least twice. Not sure about 3 times, but at least twice. Alright, when this sequence starts, I'm going to quickly grab some water. I won't stop the timer because I don't think I need to. So I'll be back in 1 second, guys. I forgot that I had to actually say something there. It's fine, I grabbed the water anyway, it was not exactly that far away. I needed that water. Yeah, that's when I was meant to. That's when I was meant to jump and get the water after doing that initial cocoon thing, but it doesn't matter. This slow walk would have also done very nicely. I think Mabu said something here though. Well, we made it past the halfway point. We got some very solid minions. The only thing that's going to be potentially an issue is the fact that they have plus power variants rather. If they just had regular attack versions, I would say yeah, this is basically in the bag. But it may not be just because of their increased mana consumption, which will be a big pain in the butt. So we are going to grab sleep spores now. So for the remaining forests, we're going to have a bit of an easier time getting past the first encounter. Hopefully. Unless it's, you know, a massive minion which you can't get around. Because that could happen. There goes Ordeal of Solitude. Ordeal of Solitude. In Jade Cocoon 2 they don't have these emblems. I mean, stylistically very different. The entire throne room is much smaller. And the entire structure of the temple has changed, so I guess that's not very surprising really, is it? They kept some of the aspects, but it's mostly just totally different. Right, let's go shopping. Get all our regular essentials. Have lots of healing items. I always ask about weapons. I always ask about it when I don't want to. Supplies. Sell. Yes. Yes. Don't need these seals anymore. I guess we didn't. Even though I allowed seals, there was no reason to. Just didn't need to. And then special liquor is kind of unnecessary. There you go. Let's get more sleep spores. 2 Devis mirrors. Bunch of these. Bunch of these. We'll still have a bit left over actually. We may just buy some more of those in a second, but I'll just get an extra liquor or 2. Actually, I'll just go to 10. Make it a clean 10, why not? Yeah, I always mash through her menu and then I ask about weapons by accident. Do I need to... I may as well heal. Aren't going or as quickly as possible, as usual. Only do that when we're doing 80% runs. I do need to put more into that, but I've been so focused on learning how the memory addresses are set up, how the memory allocation is done in these games that I just haven't done a proper 80% run in a while. Granted, I do those offline for the sake of ability to focus. But I may try streaming one of them again, or some of them again, if I can not mess up the wrong walks at some point while doing that. That's normally the issue. The pressure of doing it live gets at me, and then I fail to wrong walk when I want to. I just find whenever I do that on stream, I second guess myself way too much because I don't want to be wrong with an audience, you know? I just have to accept that. Oh. Huh. I don't really want that, if I'm honest. Well, that's another... Well, I mean, it might still be my best option, but... See if we can just walk right past him. Again, staying slow, because I want to... not wake up the one that's behind him either. Because if I, too close to that one, then I'll have to run to avoid that one, and then I'll have to run to avoid this. And that, sorry, that will then wake up this one. There we go. I could have sleep spored them. I thought I'd hold on to sleep spores when I don't need to use them straight away. This could be like a squasp here, which I just can't avoid. Oh, you're useless. That's an example of a useless minion. Does literally nothing in the realms of helping us. He's magical, which is a plus. He's air. He's better than the Skash. We'll take it. I'll have a Skigaran. That's absolutely fine by me. He'll also be pretty decent for... Wait, why did I spun the dog? That's the one minion I shouldn't have summoned. What's my damage like on it? It's gonna use big magic attack is the problem, and Dogpower has no magic defense. Yeah, that was a mistake. Use the Skigaran. Be sensible. $117 to what? 117, that's 40. That's kind of hard to tell. Oh, it just does a lot of damage anyway. But now he should be, yeah, he's down to regular attacks. And the regular attacks are very bad. So Levant should actually be fine here to just punch him in the face a couple times. He's not going to do anything scary to us now. Oh, literally a couple of times, 2 times in fact. And then we'll go for the capture. It's 7 was that? Yeah. Not worried about the Skigaran. The big magic attack can be worrying, but it's fine. Frankly, it just doesn't have the damage output necessary to be worrying. There will be 3 of them here though, but I would like some levels at the same time. These guys are level 12, right? Yeah, so yeah, it'll be some pretty decent levels for us. I don't think either of our minions actually are very good defensively. In terms of magic defense specifically, I don't think any of our minions have much of it. I use the dog para, why not? Because that's the one that's actually got to take down Deterrus. I want both the dog para and our lower level water minion to be level 12 at least. This is gonna hurt. I'd like a double turn, please. Thank you. Speed. Oh yeah, we still haven't found the exact amount you need to outspeed the Earth Boss. We were like 48 or something and it wasn't enough. So you might need like 50. I can't remember the exact number we got to that we found that didn't work. I'm gonna have to tank this. Yeah, I know you get double plant dog power, but I need my level 9 to kill it. There we go. You get mana back at least. Already out of water again. I need like a massive jug or something. Yeah, we'll get a fair few fights. We'll get a fair few fights from this forest. Just to be on the safe side. So we've got 35 on you, 42 on you, 39 on you. Yeah, the Scabaron's faster than the Ragafraid as well. It's just stronger. Except, of course, the elemental advantage. Those guys at level 12, so they'll probably be decent kills for one of these minions. But there's one of them. The yeah, Graydon. I can't remember its name. This should be pretty free for the Scabaron because this guy's they're just terrible in terms of stats. Graydon's just armed good. They have all the abilities you could possibly want in a single element under the sun, but the minion itself is really bad. There we go, level 12. Not that that minion's level matters too much to this particular fight. Oh. Okay. Redungas. Something like that. They'll be level 12, which will be fine. They're very slow but very tanky, that's the thing. And apparently they're in pairs. You have water attack plus power. I forgot they'd be in pairs because they're replacing Gitambles, aren't they? Of course. Well, what's their speed like? It's maybe another one of those cases of trusting or relying on the fact that they might not hit the dog para very easily as a means to defeat them. Oh, see, the water attack is so little if they don't crit. Ooh. We've lost a minion. We don't have a dog power anymore. That's terrifying. I did not expect that to just... Okay. Okay, that sucks. That sucks big time. We're gonna have to substitute in a minion. I genuinely didn't expect that dog power to ever die. But the critical hit, dude. Just had to critical hit, didn't it? I ought to have named the... I ought to have kept that tradition as well from the standard setup for Nuzlocke, where you have to name the minion as well to be attached to it. But I don't think the game's long enough for that. Both the minions we can substitute in are wind. Maybe I should have picked up the other Baron. Maybe I should have. It's gonna be tricky now, Jesus. Okay. well... I'm sad now. That dog power was so much... It's just better in almost every way than the Thragafraid. But as according to my rules, I must now leave the forest, spin the minion, and equip a different one. It's very sad. Yeah, that was water attack plus power with critical hit on a minion with very little defense, which then didn't block it. Obviously didn't block it, but I was kind of relying on that. I was just like, oh, he'll kill the minion and then there you go, gone. We have a Skigaran in its place, which is just weaker in every way, pretty much. Well, I hope we don't have any other casualties, because that'll be an issue. That the Ragifraid we've got now is going to be the thing that has to take down. It has to take down Tuturus, and we caught it at level 8. Which is quite a bit more difficult. We may not have as many mana issues, which would be nice. Yeah, that sucked. That sucked. That was a very valuable minion. They are very fragile, admittedly, which is a big downside for them, but... do I fight this guy? He's level 11. I don't think I get enough EXP from it. I think I'll fight more Skigarans if there's another, like, 2 more to get to level 14 on the Ragifraid, and then we go forward, I think. Yeah, we won't get a minion as strong as that dog power anymore. That's water. We won't be able to get a stronger water minion, is what I mean to say. The earlier you capture a minion, the stronger it is if it's a physical attacker. And typically speaking, with magic minions, you need to merge more into them to really maximize the damage output, because magic's not very strong anyway. You need more mana, you need more magic attack, and you need more speed than they normally just come with. Yeah, like, if both of them hit us and it didn't crit, he would have lived. That's the thing. He would have survived, otherwise. It was just because, specifically, they didn't, sorry, specifically because of the critical hit. I was, expecting blocks. At least one. But much less a critical hit. That's basically what I'm getting at. This Ragifraid was captured at level 8, which is a fairly significant, it's a fairly significant damage loss. I mean, as you can see, the dog power had a much higher attack stats, even when it was lower level. I still prefer this over losing the Skigaran. The Skigaran is very, very important to this run. Losing the Skigaran would be horrific. thing that worries me, I suppose, is that basically the Rajafraid is my only water minion to take on Kashidra now. Realistically, a wind minion, a magic minion wouldn't really help very much. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, magic minion wouldn't help very much because it's not going to survive the hits from Kashidra. So we're going to have 2 air minions and the 1 water minion, especially because we also have to take on Delphinel beforehand. So if Rajafraid dies now, then we are in big trouble. Okay, level 14. That just about catches up. By catches up, I mean sort of, but not really. He's got more health. We'll give him that, but he's got more health. That's kind of all he's got going from now. But we should be able to take on Taturus now. I was kind of hoping to have 2 water minions for this. Where's the wrong warp? There it is. Ah, missed it. I don't want to go through that. Oh, it's a Skebeka thing. Oh, that's early. Okay, I need to back off. I think I'm... Yeah, I need to back off because I was right next to it, but... I find when I edge forward like that, it's actually harder to see. There you go, that's perfectly. Perfect. Cue me being embarrassed for being wrong. There you go. Oh god, it didn't despawn. Oh yeah, it's normally just like a thing. I don't know what to say. This is a different minion. Okay, oh yeah, we have Silk. We'll hold on to the Silk. That's 4th highest grade of Silk. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's what we'll have left in memoriam of our dog para. Bosses can't critical hit at least. Obviously Gigoat and Poacher can, and I believe the Firebot, like when I say bosses I mean the boss minions, Taturus, Delphinel, Kashidra, Cetarian, they can't critical hit. All the humanoids and the goats can. So damage taken from Taturus is very predictable. I think Taturus will get a turn on us here because we are not that fast. There we go, Taturus' turn. Oh, he goes for the drain. That sucks. That's 2 attacks he's taken from us. That 1 drain. Please, Taturus, be kind. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. We're gonna have to switch to Levant anyway to get our mana back because he stole it from us. Yeah, the Ragafraid will be fine. Nothing to worry about for it now. The worry is that Taturus does drain mana. And then just drains all your mana away, and then hits Levant a couple of times. I don't think there's any real risk in this fight. The risk is going to be fighting Delphina and Kashidra, and mostly it's Kashidra. Or, you know, the minions in between those two. As we've seen, the bosses haven't posed any issue to us, but our dog parrot died to a... what was it? I can't remember his name. Redunga or Redrunga? I can never remember. There's an R there or not. Yeah, let's just go down this hill next. We do not care about Poison Tail. We could take two more. Oh, sorry, we could take one more of those and not be poisoned still. There we go. We'll use a hit from the Ragafraid to weaken him. Hopefully Fireboss doesn't dodge like an absolute bugger. I hate you. Why you do this to me? Okay, I'm gonna switch out before he does more to us. We'll attempt a power. Or attempt a power hit. Yeah, okay, that paid off. I sometimes feel like plus power has lower accuracy, but I think it's just confirmation bias, because you feel it more when it misses because of the increased mana cost. It hurts more. Oh, a Tendai. Well, we can use it, but we can't use it to heal our minions. That's the only thing. So 42. He's not even 40 yet. Dear me. Hey, we wrong warp so invisible. I suppose the jewel is like attached to him. Well, actually, we don't show him any physical jewel, do we? We just raise our hand up and it makes a glint noise. Alright, let's just go back in. I should use one of those great walnuts I just sat on. There you go. So, ideal candidates here. Amasag, probably. Amasag or Tagosag? I think Tagosag's the wind one. Not that they have any control where anything spawns if I'm anyway, so. But it'd be nice to get a magic minion at this point. Like a decent one. But no, this is gonna be annoying, isn't it? I need to get him out of the way. So I gotta like chill here for a bit. Come on. Come on. Right now I'm gonna put them to sleep. These guys are not, they're not worth it. They're water, which is useful. So I guess hitbox is too big. Can get around it. That sucks. Okay. I guess we're capturing it because we have to. Well, not because we have to, because we could skip it, but there's no point, so we will take it. It has water attack. But it's level 30. Oh god, don't kill it. Don't kill it, Skabaran. Okay, if he doesn't crit, we're fine. Jesus, okay. Skabaran trying to be the death of us, huh? Yeah, it's got some bad magic in that it costs too much mana and does less damage than a regular attack. And then water attack, and then claw plus accuracy, I think. Which is just blank. Blank plus accuracy. The water attack physical is the only thing we could even remotely want this thing for. We were forced to use it in the previous challenge for a while because I had magic, but it was the team's liability was the weakest thing we had by the end. We do need to get this board. There's no benefit now. Hurts my soul. Okay, what's that? It's asleep, so we can go see. I think it's a Haralka though. Oh no, it's a snake, but I thought it was a wing. What's down here? Oh, it's just another one of you. Which music? Oh, come on, Garen, come on. There we go. Alright, we got a level 13. We're gonna have each of them fight one of the Earth Boss ghosts anyway. Or at least that's the plan. Oh, it's a Martrek. Can I get round the I don't think it's possible to get around the Martrek. He's kind of big. When he comes in a pair as well, that's gonna be a pain. Me two like level 14 Mardreks. I don't want to have to run from the Mardreks. Oh, they're level 15, that's worse. Oh no. Oh, let's run. Oh no. Oh no. I don't think I have much of a choice here. I have to try and take them on, but they're the same level as me, and there's two of them. So this is not gonna be nice. Their AI at least tells them to not use their never mind, I stand corrected. So, oh, it'll tell them to not use their wind attack, you know, their wind attack. But I'm wrong. That said, if they use it all here, that will be very helpful to me. That'll make it a lot easier to defeat them. I don't know how many they'll have though. They'll have at least 4. But they might have 5 each, which is, you know, a lot. Gonna have to switch to the Ragafraid after that. After this, the Scabaran won't live. I'll defend one more round because I don't want. Like, the critical hit shouldn't matter. Right, defend one more round. Okay, now we switch. Normally I'd be like, oh yeah, let's just run, it'll be fine, but I can't have Levant die now. He's not allowed. Oh, well that explains a lot. You're an hour behind. Actually, for these aren't Mardrakes, that's why their AI's different, they're Mafraids. I thought they were Mardrakes. I just saw them and I didn't read their name. Their skin's kind of identical to a Mardrake, so it's really hard to tell. There's normally like a big, more of a difference between the two. We've got one level 16. I should get Skagaran to kill one of these. Get him to level 15. It'll make getting him to kill the Earth boss in one form be more easy. Oh no, he's so slow. You are such a liability, Skagaran. I feel Kshidra's definitely going to get 2 turns on him, and that's going to be an issue. He may be the sacrifice. The magic minion's always the sacrifice. Yeah. Not very good. Okay, that's fine. We're off to the, well, we're going to attempt to go to the Dark Spider Forest. I don't want to stay here. Come on. Ah, okay, okay. Oh, that's so early, so early. I think that's still early. I shouldn't be adjusting like this. I don't know how to do it when I'm not running. It just doesn't look right to me, unless Levant's sprinting. Like that should be good. His face is through the doorway, I mean, come on. There you go. He's like clipped with the entire background just looked a bit wonky. Oh god. Excuse me a second, I need a sleep spot. Probably heal myself. Well, even I should heal a minion as well, but I need to see what this is. That's a variant of shark. It's down here. Rad, that's not very good. Okay. So you are... that's water. That's water. Is it worth picking up? It probably is. I don't need to heal all my minions first, I just need to heal one of them. And then we can grab this bird, that's fine. Oh, it's like shell, it's fire. Oh, it just looked funny because the... oh no. Oh no, it's like shell. So there's a problem with Black Shell, or at least with us trying to capture Black Shell. And it's because it does that. Well, we got no choice to defend until it stops doing it. That's terrifying. Okay. Oh, that scared me. I thought it was doing it again. And then I heard the damage sound. I was like, Levant's meant to be immune to the instant death spell. Oh, that scared me so much. Okay, you should be out of mana now. Oh, my heart. Okay. Shouldn't be able to do that again. It should just be pecking us now until it's captured. Jesus Christ, that was scary. I did not like that one bit. I need a minute now. Oh, this prec animation's pretty great. You never get to see, to be fair, you never get to see it in a regular playthrough because it doesn't spawn normally. So the only way you'd see it is if you make a Shark. You can never see Lack Shell, they're unobtainable. I thankfully remembered that it has instant death. The only other minion you can encounter normally which has it is a Yoke. Yeah, you can see it's capture animation's a little bit janky. We're probably gonna have to heal so we can hit it some more because we have a very low capture level. Yeah, if I hadn't and I just went straight into the water minion and then I just lost my one water minion that I actually need the most out of all of my minions. Well, actually, to be fair, I think I need Scabaron the most actually, but I think my one water minion is almost equally critical. I only specify almost because I don't think we can beat Del for now. Otherwise. Whereas there's still a chance you could beat Kashidra with substitute air minions. But I don't think I can with whatever water minions I have, and now I have a Lack Shell, which is fire. And every time I've had Sharik or Lack Shell or equivalent from the family in my team, they have been a liability. So I'm just gonna use. I still have some regular Mugwort from the start of the game, so I'm not too keen on using them. Alright, let's get some dance music. Alright, so I guess Baron should be leveled up first. Seems like the obvious choice. As I do with my other runs, I intend on getting everyone to level 20. I did a lot. That would have been instant death if Ask Baron wasn't level 15. We get everyone to level 20, then we attempt the Earth boss with our current party, I think. Minions we picked up, I don't think are going to be any extra help. The problem, of course, is that the only way you come out of the Delphinel fight, well, in fact, you don't come out of it. Like every time we go into a boss fight, if we lose, we lose, and the run's dead. Unlike in actually, I don't know. In a Pokémon Nuzlocke, do you lose the run if you white out, or do you just have to grab all new Pokemon? I can't remember. I feel like you can continue, but you have to change your entire roster over if you get a whiteout. But I don't know. Oh, he's back. He's back! Get away from me, Lakshell. Stay away from me. Oh, every time. I know Levant is meant to be immune to it, but in my heart he isn't. In my heart I'm not immune to that. Alright, so that's just gonna be... yeah, it's these two guys, that's fine. Easy dodges. Let's go get the second one. This guy is going to turn all the way. What a useful AI. If I fight any of those Radmors, by the way, they come with an escort of a Lakshell. Like in this room, in particular. Which would be horrific. So I'd basically just have to run, but there'd be a Radmor that's punching my face. Yeah, I'm very scared of, I'm not very scared, I'm quite scared of Delphinel, because I know Levant has the speed to, like, switch into, do an action, and then switch back, potentially. But what I'm afraid of is the fact that Delphinel actually can one-shot Levant. It has to be a stomp attack, which, to be fair, is kind of a fool if you get hit by it. But on Levant anyway, but it one-shots Levant if it does hit him. Which is scary anyway. I thought it'd be sensible to include the if Levant dies then you lose outright, just because Levant is an actor in the game as well. Like, unlike in Pokemon where the trainer can't be beaten to death, Levant can be. So it makes sense to me that you'd lose the run if Levant literally dies. I don't want to see any more Lakshells in my life, please. No more of them. I want like a Graydon. If like in the room where there's spirals, if it was just Graydons everywhere, that would be amazing. A bunch of very weak minions at level 18. Gotta dodge the... oh, they're really big. Hard to dodge because that sounds... there we go. We threaded the needle. Try to use sleep spores again. Oh. Sorry, my voice cracked there. Oh. I mean, we can't capture it, but oh. Didn't really anticipate that. How much health my minions are? I mean, my Scabaron should beat other Scabaron, right? Oh, nice. I appreciate that. Maybe I should just copy what it does, because then I should always win. Unless it blocked, obviously. I can afford to just use regular attacks now. It doesn't have enough. I am the same minion, so I know if it has enough mana or not. Yeah, that would be very appropriate. I need to work out how I can change Levant into a minion. So I can do Jade Cocoon, but I am Pokémon. But I don't know if there's a way to do that without breaking the game in the process. In the sense of it not crashing everywhere. From like trying to load animations that Levant doesn't, sorry, that Pokémon doesn't have. It would definitely be possible with like proper code injection. Like if you actually essentially rewrote it into like a proper mod. Whereas all I've been doing is essentially, oh Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I don't like that. I'm healing it. I'm not about that. I'm only one level higher than him. He could block my attack, then crit me again. No fear is not the name of the game. I'm very fearful. Alright, that's the highest level it's gonna get. 54. That's pretty decent. There's left another one. Dragon Afraid needs 2 more fights. Which will probably be against those guys. And so does my Scabaron. Sorry, not Scabaron. I remember his name now. I've gone. No, it's more of them. It shouldn't be the hardest dodge in the world to do, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna wait for it to keep going because it's gonna walk forward and then it's gonna turn to the right. I don't want to risk a fight with these guys because they're in doubles pairs, and I don't know what the other minion is. It could be, you know, like an Oze or something that ruins my day. An Oze or a Yoke. Or another, like, Sherrick. Actually, any of them. Anything with instant death is a no-no. In doubles fights, especially. Alright, we punch this one to death, and then we let the Skagaran, that was it, Skagaran, get the kill on it. I'm not using wind attack plus power because there's a chance Skagaran just one-shots him if it critical hits. So I'm just going to get him weak and then I'm just going to switch to Skagaran to finish him off. To be fair, maybe the double pair fight wouldn't be too bad because it's at least one of them is Earth. So it should die pretty fast. But I still don't know what it is. And that's scary. Skagaran's not very durable. But they are level 18 and Skagaran needs 2 more fights, so killing both of them would do it. It's just the fact that I don't know what the other minion is. We'll have a look, we'll see what it is. It's a nicer fight than Skagaran's, I think. Because Frigs don't, well, I think Frigs, they don't have very much defense. Or health. I hope this isn't like a case of, oh, it's air. I can't tell because the blooming arena. God damn it. Okay, but that's fine. It's a pathetically weak minion. It's who the other one is. It's so weak, in fact, it has the wrong attacks. I am not at all worried about that guy. It's going to do literally nothing to me. Yeah, I appreciate that. That is very useful to me. Water attack with the buff. And now it has a water attack. Well, I mean, it has a water attack, but it used it. Is what I was surprised by, the fact that it actually used a water attack. Alright, let's switch to the Skagaran. How much mana you got? And using it again. Well, that actually does a lot. The Skagaran, at least. Change to Skagaran. Why is this one's AI different? Archives in the Eternal Corridor usually use their magic. Oh, I guess it's if you're Earth. Maybe? But it does the other thing? I don't know. There he goes out, man, now. He's got no attack, really. I'm gonna defend for a sec. I just want to verify for sure. I don't want to switch and then have an extra turn taken on my Skagaran. You can seriously overlevel from these minions like so easily. You just go to like 23 or whatever, and it wouldn't be any kind of challenge. But I just don't want to. It's just not very fun. Yeah, I'll weaken the next one with Skagaran, and then the next pair I'll weaken with Skagaran, and then finish off with Dragon Braid. Yeah, it's just not fun if you overlevel. Chauvin should survive one attack from Scabaron. Water tank in, isn't it? Oh no, it's using. There we go. That's what I was expecting it to do last time. The classic water minion uses fire magic, and it does 1 damage. Amazing, fantastic. Where it pulls out the death spell and just kills my Ragafraid for blocking it. Doesn't appreciate my disrespect. Alright, there we go. That's as tough as we're gonna get. The Ragafraid is significantly weaker than the Scabaron, but what can you do? In fact, it's comparable to the Scabaron in terms of damage output, but it has the advantage of much more health. I think the Scabaron actually, I think the Scabaron actually has a higher damage output because of the multiplier on the wind tier 2 magic being much higher. I don't know if it's avoidable. Okay, I was going to say this. I didn't know if the guy there would be avoidable. Evidently was. Okay, that's just... Okay, he's not here either. I'm going to sleep spore. We only have 1. I'll actually hold on to it. I can dodge these guys without the use of them. But I want to use them on the Lakshira screen. But I don't want to fight. Oh, come on guys. Stop clogging up the runway. Jesus Christ. Right, now I want to use it. The last few fights are not avoidable just because of the size of the minions. Like, they just cannot be dodged anyway. Yeah. So I don't mind using the sleep spores here rather than there, because you can't dodge them anyway. Oh, am I doing that so early? I keep doing this one early today. That might be alright. Might be is the operative word. Thought it was. And that's... I don't know if that's a... It's another one! I mean, it's not a Scrooge specifically, so it's a different snake, but it's another one! That's 5 snake minions we've encountered. In total. So we encountered Squamojis twice. Oh my, how's the health of my minions looking? They look fine. We can't dodge this, it's too big. Hopefully it's 2 earth minions, that'd be nice. That's pretty great, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. Tambu's gonna be annoying, because it dodges everything. But the sheet is absolutely fine. want to use my... I don't really want to use my mana because it's so likely to miss. And I need to have enough mana to do it again on the next one anyway, because it's going to be another one. I think I switched to Garen, and Garen finishes off because it can't block it. And it's weak against this, so this should just kill it, I feel. I feel it would be wrong if this didn't. I didn't really notice the tiny... Oh, Mirror Deva, nice. That will not be useful. Well, probably won't be useful. I'm not going to say it won't be, but it probably won't be. Probably will not be. Oh, that one woke up. Like, as we approached it, that was unexpected. It's a bit weird. I swear Sleep Spores supposed to... Sleep Spores timed? I thought Sleep Spores were like... more about how many screens you transitioned between, but maybe it is just time, and the flight just took too long. Alright, I will win to tap plus power this one. You'll miss, but I'm gonna recover my minions' health with items anyway after this. Stop blocking, you absolute bugger! I'm just gonna switch to this Garen. I'm always hesitant to use Garen against anything because it's so physically weak and slow, and this is a fast-moving, high-damage critical hit minion. But it doesn't have any mana left, so it doesn't have Earth attack plus power anymore. Plus critical, so it's not very like. And this Earth attack, it shouldn't do much anyway. I shouldn't really be hesitant. It's absolutely fine. I just don't trust magic minions that much with regards to their durability. Even after the magic only run. Okay, so... Okay, I have a 10 dice, so that's fine. I may as well hold on to all of these other things for now. I'll Great Walnut between the two fights to heal Levant if necessary. Right, here we go. We've only suffered one death. One tragic death of a dog Hambu. Very sad. But we have to do 2 boss fights in a row here. And we get healing between the two, but... Sort of like the Elite Four. This is sort of the Elite Four, but there's only 2 of them. Elite 2. I can't imagine how it feels. Well, I can imagine how it feels to do Pokémon Nuzlocke. I have done it, but I can't imagine how it feels to do Pokémon Nuzlocke live and then decide to do the Elite Four. Just going, yes, I am ready. If you're not over leveling or whatever, that must be very stressful to do in front of people. Because at least in private, the shame is your own. Alright, Devil's Mirror, the Scabaron's up first. He can use his attack exactly twice before he has to defend. Much like a Mardrag that's level 20. Oh sorry, much like a Mardrag that's like level 18. It's still 1 defend, and then you can use the attack again. But I only get 3 of them in total for this whole thing, so thank God we have a second minion. That is a nice chunk. I appreciate that. That's fine. I'm actually more worried about, since we're now using 2 air minions, I'm much more worried about Kashidra than Delphinel at this point. Originally, I was more worried about... There's my double turn. I was more worried about Delphinel, because it was going to be just the Scabaron, but clearly there was nothing to worry about. Well, to be fair, what I was worried about was needing to switch to Levant, and then Levant getting killed, because Levant's weak. Oh, I kind of want to finish off Delphinel with Scabaron, because he's got the higher damage output. So I'm actually going to block until I can use Winch Tap plus power again. So putting all my eggs into one basket tends to go better for me when it comes to increased maximum damage output. And now I need the water one to get the next goal, which shouldn't be an issue for it. I remember when I first cleared this game, I didn't, like, as a kid, I didn't know that there was going to be another boss fight straight away. I assumed there would be an equivalent of a moth forest. Like, I was convinced there was going to be a moth forest after this. So I didn't heal between the 2 bosses, and then I just got absolutely destroyed. How fast or slow you do these random minion runs really comes down to just how lucky you are with particular drop stuff. Particular setups, I should say. Great Warner now, because we never get another chance to. The Silkavar Dog Hambu. Poor child. But I think everything's sort of paid off for us in terms of how we wanted it to go. Well, not how we wanted it to go, but now we got adequate minions early enough. Because this would be a totally different story if all our first encounters were magic minions, and, like, bad ones at that. I mean, granted, I've proven this game is winnable with just Betimal. You've got 3 of them. With some, you know, glitchy stuff to help you, but not that you can do the glitchy stuff. I may do it when I don't do the glitchy, well, just to see if that's possible. I believe it is. It's just a lot more work. And by more work, I mean leveling those Petimals a bit more. And by a bit, I mean a lot. Because they're not very good. Definitely doable. The question is more if it's reasonable. This has actually taken longer than the This has taken longer than the Petimal only run. Or at least similar length. Maybe a little bit faster on account of the fact that I had to do some, like, save, load, magic. But you gotta spell it right, there's an A after the T. It's Petimal. So can you really say Petimal supremacy if you can't spell Petimal? One thing I think this theme is missing is that it needs the heartbeat again, like in the Garai sacrifice scene. It needs the heartbeat again. please, Kashidra. Thank you. Is my turn? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. My turn? Okay. Okay. Alright. Oh, do I use my wind attack here, or do I... Oh, that's actually... I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna use Gagarin's. Oh, that does nothing. I should just defend. Gagarin should just defend. Shouldn't even try attacking. Okay, cool, my turn. I'm just gonna tank the laser. Ragafraid, probably? I essentially missed out on a turn because of how slow the Garen is. Okay, we're getting a long fire phase from Kashidra, which is... We also had a long earth phase, but we don't have enough speed to really make too much use out of it. I think Ragafraid's just going to have to stay in for as long as they can. Which if... Okay, laser. Okay, if Ragafraid gets the kill here, we should be fine. If Ragafraid misses, of course. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're fine. Now the goal here is to not let anyone else die. I guess we switch back to Scaran. Specifically for the purpose of not having anyone else die. No other reason. He doesn't do much damage, the Chosen One, but he's speedy and blocky, so he might dodge this attack. I prophesize way too much. Baron's giving him a run for his money with the blocks. That could have gone a lot worse if Kashidra decided to have short wind phase, short fire phase, and then heal. Or even just short earth phase, rather. Because it was long earth and long fire phase, and then didn't heal. So that was very good for us. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. That was pretty good. Two hours, 50 minutes, 16 seconds. Given we played very, very safe for a lot of that. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. In terms of time. Sadly, we lost Dog Para to a critical hit. Gone too soon. The poor Dog Para. Oh, he does. What are you on about? He does have a special boss theme. Do you not just hear it? Oh, the victory fanfare is the same. Yeah, that's a bit. Yeah, that's a little bit strange. To be fair, the entire ending, the ending boss theme is very muted. Like, I get that it's like it helps build the pressure, but it's very, very muted. It doesn't stand out a lot. Yeah, he does die the same way the others do. I personally prefer the No, it definitely isn't. Though to be fair, I don't think Rock Organ would really fit in place with the whole aesthetic of Jade Cocoon. But I think Jade Cocoon 2 does a pretty good job for its battle themes and boss themes. Its regular battle theme's kind of boring, but its regular battle themes are fair enough. I'd appreciate that if that was done a little bit differently, but I really like the boss themes and final boss theme from that. And the arena theme is quite good as well. It's just the regular one that's a little bit repetitive, I find.
When the 4 divine barriers are dispelled, the power of light and darkness shall
A little bit too repetitive, I should say. Most RPGs have a vaguely
Kumari
repetitive
and
theme
Kaira,
for battles.
the guardian deities of light and darkness, shall be released by the twin dragons of Kemu. The chosen ones of light and darkness shall meet, and only then will the accursed ones be granted repose, and man shall obtain yet another fruit of knowledge, but it shall bear the seeds of responsibility.
True. But your individual minions are less important in Jade Cocoon 2. You don't have quite as much of an attachment to one minion as you might in this one. So now the question becomes, what do I do for next week? Because there's a few things I'm working on. So the easy thing to do, or the pre-planned thing to do, would be to do the always poisoned run, which is similar to this, but you're always poisoned, and it's not a Nuzlocke. You're just poisoned the entire time, and so are all your minions. There's that. I may be able to get my Jade Cocoon 2 memory modification done in time to do it next week, but that's going to be long form. That's going to be over multiple sessions. I'll be streaming that more than once a week, I think, when I'm doing that, because that's going to take ages to do. Just because that game is so much longer, and I want to do that more casually, where I'm not necessarily mashing through all of the text, where it's like it's a proper long form playthrough just with some constraints that make it funny to me. Because I finished that game so many times as well, and I really enjoy the experience of it, even if Hahu is extremely annoying. And it's a little childish in places in terms of how things are, but I quite like it, and I do enjoy the story. But it's just so much longer of a game, so that'll be multiple streams for that. Yeah, I still got some fair bit of work to do on that in terms of memory snooping. Just so I can get that working as I want it to. I've already got it to a state where I can do the run in the way I want it to, but it's not in that I can succeed in the constraint, but I can't. It won't take the form that I necessarily want it to. So I'll probably have a decision on that by Monday, and the first stream of whatever it'll be on Wednesday anyway. And then it might be like Wednesday, Thursday, then next week's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that kind of thing. Just to give myself enough time to prepare for it. I also want to still work out the boss only run. I have a few more ideas on how I might be able to get it to work. Because I really do want to get that to work on Jade Cocoon, or as like one of the challenge runs I do. But that's difficult to work out what's going wrong there. But anyway, so yeah, so it's either going to be always poisoned, Jade Cocoon 1, or it's going to be a more long style format Jade Cocoon 2 run. Which I think will be pretty interesting, because I haven't played any other game while streaming yet. So I have no idea how I'm going to survive talking for that long, or talking about a game I don't know quite as much about. I don't know all the minion names or anything like that. But yeah, so that'll be next week, Wednesday, when that happens. I'll have decided by Monday. I'll try to have a schedule out for it, like a thumbnail, whatever it is, with the when it's happening and which thing it is by Monday. But yeah, so that'll be next week. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me stress out over every single fight. I know it wasn't that necessarily that close by the end, but I was stressed out all the same because I never know how to. It's always easier than I think it's gonna be because I'm too cautious. Granted, I didn't. I still feel bad for Dog Paradigm like that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you guys next Wednesday with whatever it is that I decide to do.